is, or I wouldn't say negative, but the harder one, but the positive too. The universe will give you, once you get rid of that, it'll give you opportunities, and you'll see that, and you're going to be in a better position to feel that you can go for it or not.
Yeah, it's true. And I don't want to, I'm open to a lot of new situations. I think I'm just at a period where my focus has to be on my healing. Hello. Welcome everyone to the Spiritual 1111 Spiritual Transit Podcast. My name is Jackie and I'm energy healer specializing in working in the Akashic Records. This is Jay from all the way from Australia. He is a holistic energy healer, author, motivational speaker, and mentor with over 27 years experience. Welcome, Jay. Thank you all for joining us this week as we meet to discuss the challenges we are facing as we are processing our spiritual ascension. So thank you all for sending your comments and your questions. We really appreciate it. As we continue to work to bring forth the most controversial topics that are really influencing you guys today. So thank you. Welcome. Jay, how are you?
Oh, I'm very, very well. I just said hello to the millions upon millions of people that are going to see us. So we're doing quite well. Looking forward to having a chat today about all things that are affecting, that have affected us and affecting the world, and also giving our opinions and hopefully helping people out today with their spiritual awakenings. And
yes, I have some questions that they've kind of come into me over the last few weeks. So they're not all specific to one topic, but they're kind of these catch-all ones that I don't want to hold off too much longer. So I thought I would do the questions today for you. So hopefully not to catch you off guard, but
not at all.
I'll let you know. So first of all, the first question, and I think we might have already touched base on it, but it actually comes up a lot. So, and I think it's more directed towards you than it is towards me for this one, but
okay.
Says, thanks guys for the content. You both mentioned that you're in a separation period with your twin. Are you actively dating, or are you currently waiting for your twin?
Okay, for me, yeah, okay. I'll be, at the start, I think I was going through the process of actually working out myself. As you know, with twin flame, you can either get together and have the ultimate experience, or it's like that second spiritual awakening, or an ego delete, as I'll call it. And I was moving towards myself. And I just had to work on little things that the twin flame experience got me to do, which is basically going within myself and do that inner work. That was the big thing. Once I did that inner work, it sort of went to basically myself. To answer the question quickly, no, I am not, but I think I'm just still finding myself to see exactly where I'm at with everything. I'm more focusing on myself. What about yourself there, Jack?
Agreed. I'm not, the door is not closed to, always interested in meeting new people, but I feel like there's so much healing to do before I could even consider being in a relationship with anybody else. So I'm not waiting, but I'm also not interested in dating. So, yep.
So, Jack, would you say in that situation, if someone came along, I think has it sort of got you to a point where you'd like to meet people, meet yourself, but you're more focused on basically growing as a spiritual person, as yourself, and then growing friendships more than anything, and really developing that before you sort of jump in?
Yeah, I feel like I'm open to the opportunity if, it happened to be presented, but I'm not actively looking for that. But I do believe that once I'm healed in a way, that I will bring in, that person that I need once I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
But who knows? Life has a funny way of sending random things your way when you least expect it. So who knows?
This is the thing. I think in that case, we can go to the next level with regards to understanding the universe. The universe does push things upon you, and I know for a fact that if you don't want to learn your lesson, and this is where we're going next level. This is some of the questions that we will get, I guess. You can go next level or the universe will say, we'll put you in a situation where you got no choice but to move. And but again, this was another situation. That's the negative, but the positive is, or I wouldn't say negative, but the harder one. But the positive too, the universe will give you, once you get rid of that, they'll give you opportunities, and you'll see that, and you're in a better position to feel that you can go for it or not.
Yeah, it's true, and I don't want to. I'm open to a lot of new situations. I think I'm just at a period where my focus has to be on my healing. Like I'm no service to anybody in that sense right now. I don't feel I could be.
Well, you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're in with close friends like we are, I've seen a massive change in what Jackie's doing. I mean, she's been inspired to do a lot more with herself and her business. She's getting more focused. We've become more focused in what we're doing. I know I've always credited our partnership with the way I'm getting more focused. I mean, I've gone through the twin flame and it's helped me, but it's great to have supportive people and great friends that help you. And I think both of us have helped each other, and we talk regularly. But the thing is, you can see within our psyches now, you can see the nice white above us. You know, I think we're being watched. But we can see the way we're speaking about each other. We're more focused with what we're doing. How do you feel about that, Jack?
It's true, and you really are an accumulation of the 5 closest people to you in your life. So surrounding yourself with positive people who support you and are continuing to push you to be a better version of yourself, and you grow together, and where I lack, you make up, and that's what friends do, and that's what valued friendships can be like, and it's inspiring, and you wouldn't believe how fast you can grow with the right people around you, and it is that simple.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just a case of when you go, you'll see yourself. We've got our close friends, but I think I'm just talking about our partnership and friendship that we've got, and we just see the difference in what we're doing. I mean, I would never have done the Native American medicine cards, which I do myself, but I wouldn't have gone live if it wasn't for this lovely lady here. And I'm sure that, you know, I've influenced her with the way she does her.
It's that constant push and that constant, you know, cheerleader in your corner. It helps so much.
Absolutely. So much and thanks very much, Nathan. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Just remember, you are loved, needed, wanted, and I'm totally proud of you. Thank you so much for the lovely
that's so sweet. Thanks, Nathan. Well, here, that leads perfectly into our next question then. It's a 2-parter.
Yep.
What was the biggest challenge you had to overcome within your awakening process? And then the second part is, what is one thing you wished you knew before taking that journey down your spiritual awakening? So start with the first one, with what was the biggest challenge that you had to face, or that you faced?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is not even going through the forbidden doors I talk about. I think really facing yourself. You look yourself in the mirror. So I'd say, being confident within myself and accepting what happened as what caused me to become the way I was, if that makes any sense. So understanding that, you know, things happen to you, but really accepting it and going, yep, that happened to me, now I know how to fix it. So then you get the tool. I mean, some people accept it, but I don't think they've got the tools and the support to actually get over it, to be perfectly honest.
And for me, for that one, I would say it's kind of the same thing, but really breaking out of my victimization mentality. I was in a path where I definitely felt like I was a victim of circumstance. I really wasn't able to look at myself as being the catalyst for the fact that my life was where it was. I was really like to blame other people, and taking responsibility for that was the biggest challenge for me. To this day, it still is.
Jack, I wanted to ask you with that one. We always go with the victim mentality, which is very true. I was like that too. I didn't realise that I was actually screaming for help as well as being a victim mentality. Do you believe that you can get out of that victim mentality with the help that you've got? And the victim mentality meaning just looking yourself in the mirror. Do you believe you looked yourself in the mirror and said, "I'm going to do something about it"?
It was finally when I was ready to look at myself as being the reason. My choices were the reason my life was where it was. And I had to face that fact. That was undeniable, and I could continue to run from it and continue to repeat the same cycles that I always did, or I could finally take accountability for my actions and make some really positive changes in my life. And it wasn't as easy as I'm just saying it right now. It took years, and it's still a process, but once I finally was able to do that, I could heal a lot of those things, a lot of the damage I did to myself.
And the other thing would be, did you have a moment where the universe actually put you in a position when you went through your awakening process and you realised you had victim mentality? And I'm saying this from experience. There was a moment where it was like that light bulb moment, or that slap in the face and go, that puts you in a position where you had to actually look at yourself. Because I know I had that. Someone said to me, I was basically at the end of it. I didn't realise how close I was to the edge, and then something happened. And someone was said it, and that's when I lost it. That was about 5 years ago, and that's when I went into the downward spiral of that spiritual breakdown. And then obviously
100% same thing, and it was a hard awakening, because clearly I wasn't getting any of the hints the universe was giving me prior to it having to slap me in the face, but it had to, and that was the catalyst for change in my life.
Absolutely.
Okay, second part of that question is one thing what you wish you knew prior to your awakening. Like, if there was one thing you wish you've known, what would that be? That would have helped you through it.
I think just having the knowledge of having inner strength, I think, and just having it's hard to say. It's hard to put, because there's a whole string of things that where I've been, but I think having that experience and understanding that support, that support that I needed to become the person that I am now compared to where I was. I think that that's an extended question, but okay, I said if I knew. If I knew, oh God, there's so many.
Pick what's the one?
Well, connection to the universe. I said understanding.
What? Try to, I guess out of your best thought.
Yeah, I'll go straight up connection. So the first thing that's coming to my head is trusting myself and connection to the universe, which is the same. So really connecting to spirit, and which is connecting to yourself, and understand that I am the spirit and I'm connected to the universe. I think that would have opened up a lot more.
Actually, that is what I was thinking too, is that if I would have known that if I'm doing my meditations and listening to myself, I know best. No, and a lot of people have a lot of different opinions, especially when you're making big changes in your life. They like to believe they know what's best for you, but in the end, I was always right if I would have just trust that first gut feeling and went with it, which I didn't for a long time because I was still learning to trust myself. But same story.
I think with that one there, if you're going to go to extension, I think you just walk and trust. I think that's what I mean. You walk and walk without fear of what's going to happen. You still use your mind to guide you, but not to stop you. And that's where
an awareness, but not a fear. That awareness, but without the fear.
And that's where that's where the twin flame spiritual breakdown for me, the second time round, that gave me that piece of information. That only happened really, like as I said, 5 months ago. So yeah.
Okay. So and then last question, and it's kind of a big one, so I left it as the last one. Is what is your interpretation of 3D and 5D? And they didn't give much other context to that, so I'm gonna let you explain your interpretation, and then I might have a different interpretation. So let's see. That's
fine. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so 3D for me, just quickly, I'll break it down, and then we'll probably have I reckon we'll have a podcast about it, have a chat about it. So 3D, I believe, is where you're being programmed down on the earth, what we're being put through, and you have a look at the education, have a look at where you're at when you come onto this earth. I think they're really suppressing us as earth beings. Okay, so we are part of the earth just like all the animals and all that stuff. And because we've got the mind and we can talk and we can make other more conscious decisions, more our intellect's better, they're using that against us to actually take us away as not being earth warriors and earth angels, as we are. So having that's where 3D is. So you're being sort of programmed in that way and influenced by the people around you, which is the society around us. So they're changing it. So education, the way the TVs and all those kind of things. So you're actually getting programmed that way. So when you actually go into 5D, in my belief, is you get a higher awareness. Now, the easiest way to describe this is my love of cartoons and love of superheroes. If you watch Doctor Strange, that's exactly what happens. So you have an awakening process or at a moment in your life, critical moment, like Doctor Strange losing his hands, or myself when I thought everything was good, and then I got a comment from a close person that I trusted, and bang, I was knocked for 6, and that was the end of it. And that was my spirit being broken. And then from there, I had to do the hard work to get to where I'm at. But then doing that hard work gets you to a 5D level, which is basically having an awareness and a connection to the universe, okay, or connection to yourself, as I said, and being aware of the connection to the earth and the universe. Mm-hmm. I'll go that way, and having the awareness of all things yourself, all things spiritual, having that spiritual awakening. So you understand purpose in life. You understand, the shadow. You understand everything on a totally lot bigger scale. And I think,
I guess there's a huge longer conversation to have about it, because in my mind, 3D is anything that's created on a physical level, and 5D would be everything that is created with thought. Thought is the level of the 5th dimension in my mind. So that would be consciousness, awareness, and anything that is being created at the level of thought. And that's as simple as I can make it, in the hopes that, hi, Mama.
Oh, yeah, goodbye.
And in my mind, that's how I simplify it. But that's beautiful. I love Mama.
Yeah.
But that's how I like to think about it. Where that's what my mind first went to when that question came up, and as easy as I can try to explain it, because it's such a confusing topic. So we will need to have a full-on show dedicated to breaking that down a bit more, I think.
Yeah, I think, as I said, 5D, we've had this chat on Live Theories with Diana and that. We've had this chat where I think going through a true ascension, excuse me, and being aware of everything, like we're talking astrologically, we're talking about connection to the universe, we're talking about the power that animal and animal spirits have, crystal healing, whatever it may be, but looking at spirit and the way we connect to the universe and connect to the and we connect to ourselves. That's where we're at. So I think if you look at it and you do open your mind and go through what we call the forbidden door, and we go through the forbidden door and we walk through that, we actually open ourselves up to that. So yeah. So that's a great thing.
See, I had my own walker buys too. See?
Oh, there you go. All work. Yeah, there you go. I didn't even see it.
It's live.
This is live, baby, live, as they say.
If you ever wondered if we were live.
Yeah, there you go.
Great. Well, that's all the questions I had today. Were you doing a card pull for us before we go?
I've done my card pull. I've put mine on TikTok as I've got it. I haven't got the card on me, but if you look on my TikTok on Words of the Warrior, I pulled the salmon today, and that's about basically winner's wisdom, and here we go, inner knowing. Yeah, here we go. So it's all connected. So basically with that one there, you're looking within yourself and understanding that you have the knowledge within you to become a better person, find your purpose, and understand also that all the messages that you get, okay, whether you have an emotional connection with something or basically a tuning to the new energies, you use the animal medicine of the salmon and use that to enhance yourself spiritually and make sure your inner knowing is more aware, I guess. And of course, the wisdom that you have within you is being brought out. So you'll see that on Words of the Warrior. I think Jackie will put on hers on Jackie's Soul Stories.
Yeah, that'll be great.
So we'll pull that one.
Yes, no more, actually. Jackie's Soul Stories is no more, guys.
Here we go. Go
consolidated all of my sites. I was in a trial and error type of a stage. So everything is now going to be rebranded to Akashic Energy Healing. You will notice the changes throughout all my social media if you follow me, and if you don't, well, you just better go over and
I think you better follow it up.
But exactly. If you don't, like, why not? Why aren't you?
Yeah, why not? We're
exactly.
good at what we do. We enjoy what we do.
And
could I just say, Dag, you've got your Isis healing. What can you tell us? Just tell the viewers a little bit about your Isis healing.
For this week, the real message was rebirth. So letting go of the past and stepping into new versions of ourselves. And it's a really good cleansing energy this time of the year. The 7/7 Lion's Gate portal is still active. So it's a great time to release old habits and step into a new version of yourself. And that was the message that came out for this week. And if you haven't seen it, it's up on YouTube right now. So you can head over there and check that out for yourself.
Sweet. Now, what we will do, ladies and gentlemen, we will go into the closing in there, but what we will do, you'll see our card readings, our main card readings on TikTok. If we have had questions about it, I've had during the week, they've had people say, will you be doing it live or doing it on TikTok or other social media outlets? Yes, we'll have them on TikTok every week, so you just go down and check it each one. We'll have it on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and obviously on TikTok, and obviously YouTube. You want to see the full version of Jackie's one, it'll be on Akashic Energy Healing.
Yeah, Akashic Energy Healing YouTube. That's the handle.
Got it in one.
Got a name that has the same handle, so it's
exciting. Great. I love it. That's great. And also you can see mine on Words of the Warrior on TikTok, and also on the on Instagram, which is WWH Health 2004, which will probably be changed. I might be very quietly thing. I think I'm getting.
Yeah, I was like, I have too many names going on. I needed to consolidate.
Yeah, my maple leaf, my maple leaf friend over here in Canada. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We'll call it a day for now. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jay from Australia, down under, and this is my maple leaf, beautiful friend Jackie over in Canada. We're the 1111 Spiritual Podcast. If you have any questions, please send them in. Please check out our social media, as we've always said. And we've got a quote for you today we're going to use every time that we come on this platform. We have a great friend. I wouldn't say, I wish he was a friend of ours, but a great hero of ours, Canadian superstar wrestler, Bret the Hitman Hart. He says, when you get up in the morning, always commit to be the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be, and you strive for that every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next week. We love you all. Take care.
Bye.
Peace out. Be the best person of yourself. See you later.
Bye.